Hello and welcome back to Junk Journal Your Christmas. Today my goal is to show you guys a couple of ways to create pockets and also create tabs. And also I am a big, in all my December dailies, I always included a calendar in the front. So I created this and I just kind of painted it. I was encouraged, or not encouraged, inspired by a, sorry, brain went away, by a page out of another golden book that had, I posted it on my Instagram, but also it had seen it back here and it was beautiful. And so I wanted to kind of create the same kind of look. So I did a quick doodle, and then, but I'm also going to offer this as a free printable on my blog. So if you went straight to YouTube instead of going through my website to look at the blog, I will have this as a printable as well. And so maybe you can resize it if you're not using a golden book junk journal. So maybe you can kind of resize it and use it how you want to. So basically, I'm going to use this as a I'll put in dates as they come available. Now I have also a journal that I use for my planner, and it is, and I don't think I have it here, but I'm about to, I have to work on that one because basically that's how I keep up with all my Christmas, but that runs starting November 1st through December. So I will plan on doing a video, flip through on that as well, but in the meantime, go print this out, add it to your journal or planner or anywhere else that you would like to add it. So I'm going to actually put it here in the front. I don't have my big hole puncher. For some reason I left it in the other room. I may have to go back and get it. So that's going to go in the front there. And then I also wanted to show you, I printed this out. A friend of mine told me about this, Instagram friend. And I'm going to leave the link below to where, let's see here, she has her hashtag on here anywhere. But it's real shady. It's kind of my print. I basically did a screenshot so it looks kind of blurry. But these are all the Hallmark movie channel countdowns. So yay! This Saturday we're gonna have one, our first one. So I'm gonna color this in and then add that also to the front of my December daily, because that is something, or somewhere in it, if it's not the front. That's something that my daughter and I are really looking forward to. So real quickly, to move into the tabs. So I created these little, these are just printed out. I did different sizes because I wasn't really sure which one was going to work. But I did a few of them that I know for sure I'm going to definitely be documenting about. So I'm going to document about Advent, family, Christmas tree, and Christmas Day. So I'm going to show you real quick how I plan on making a couple of tabs using those as, and you can print these out on colored paper. You can add watercolor to them. You can do anything like that. But I just quickly printed them out and want to show you a few different ways that I plan on adding tabs. So the first way is I'm going to be using a ruffle. So you can buy this. I bought it Hobby Lobby, and it's a kind of a fun little ruffly ribbon. And I know they come in white, I think an off-white and maybe a blue. They may have some other colors, but for some reason these are the ones that I stick to. So I love this stuff. I love it to add it to my, actually I just added it to my planner and along the side edges there, because it just creates I love the texture, and it looks very feminine, and it's very fun. So I'm going to show you real quick how I'm going to plan on using this as a tab. So you can either do a single layer or a double layer of this. I just kind of fold it. I think what I'm going to do is use this for Advent. So I'm going to come in here with my Advent. Actually, I'm going to cut this down just a tad bit. And I may actually, this is a Christmas. This is actually a fall tabs here that I have. But I think I might just use this kind of to create a more, because I just put these on like 20-pound paper, so you may want to actually do a little bit better cardstock. Let me check my stash here. Oh, it's right over here. This is like kind of where I keep on my desk here. I don't know if you can kind of see, but this is just kind of some little junky things, but they have, oh, here's some Christmas ones. So I may just come in here and use this over here just to kind of give it a more sturdy background. So I'm going to do that, and actually you could use Joy as a tab too. I really like that as well. So I'm just going to kind of add some adhesive behind it. You can come in here and add some little washi. Let's see what we got here for washi. Just to kind of decorate it up. I love this thicker washi. I don't have very much of it, but it is fun to play with. So I think I'm just going to add that. Take the ribbon tab. I'm going to kind of size it to my tab here. I think I'm going to actually maybe double it. Maybe not. Maybe it would be a little bit too much. Just put that like that. And then, of course, the joy with having a ring, I'm going to attach it to one of the pieces of cardstock. But the joy on, if I want to put the Advent, it's typically at the front because that's kind of kicks off December 1st here. But the joy is if I decided to put it later in the book, I can always move it around. Now, I have mentioned in my past videos that this is my ultimately, besides scissors, one of my favoriteest tools, and this is my Tim Holtz mini stapler. So I noticed I've done my last pack of staples, and I will order more. My worst fear, I know this is not my worst fear, but one of my fears is that I would come in and they don't make the staples anymore, because I use this thing all the time. In fact, my sister got me this last year for my birthday, and this is where I keep it with my staples because I want to make sure I can find it at all times. I have lost it a couple of times, but not lost it, but misplaced it. So I always keep it in this, and it sits on my desk, so I know exactly where it's at. So there you have it. There's the Advent. It's adding a ruffle. It looks really cute. Adds a little texture to it. And if you shut your book, let's take these extra pages out. It just kind of sticks out like that, and I just love that. So that's one tab idea you can do, and you can use lace. So I have these little kits here. This is the kit that for the ones that purchased the golden books from me online. They all pretty much are the same, and I included some vintage lace in each one of these, and oh, so pretty. I just love it. So I'm going to use some of this, and I'm going to make this kind of a big, not so straight on, but kind of a wonky, just that way it gives it a little bit more fluff in there, not just straight. So I think I'm going to do, Christmas tree for this one. So in order to make this a little bit sturdier, I think what I might do, let's go back in here, let's kind of see what we have. I want to make sure I see lots of those ruffles, so, and I think I'm going to see what I can find in my little stash here. I want something with some color that I can use. That's this red. Oh. Might be a little too big. I wanted really something with some color behind it. Sometimes I just kind of play around here and see what I can pull out. Here we go. Here's something. What I could use is, let's let's get a piece of cardstock here. I'm going to cut a little piece of this off. And use it as a background. Ooh, I like that lace with the plaid. That looks pretty. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive. Kind of want to make sure that I do show the plaid up above. Oops. And this is where you can really get in there fancy in there too, and put some pretty little edges on here. It doesn't have to be so straight. I think that's why I'm kind of coming in here with some washi and making it a little bit less white straight paper, adding a little bit of color to there. Okay, so this is Christmas Day, and I'm going to come in and just randomly pull a piece of cardstock because, again, I can change it out as we get closer to the actually documenting it, because it won't be in the middle of the day. It'll be probably towards the end that we document. One thing about staples too, I like the way they kind of look. You know, sorry, I just saw this sitting there. I'm like, oh, how would that look? Memories, Christmas Day. That would even look cute. But we can always come back in here and add little things if you want to. So that's another little tab. Kind of sticks out a little bit there. Gives it some texture. Okay, and so the next one, oh, also in the kit, these, you can find these at, I got these at Staples. My camera was beeping at me, but we got it taken care of. So these you can find at Staples, and then basically I took a little round sticker. These stickers are from Hobby Lobby, and they have also kind of a metal frame on them as well. Let me see if I can pull one for you. I don't actually know if I have any left because I used quite a bit of them in the kits, but I've seen them out several times. I mean, probably for the last 4 or 5 years, they've always had these stickers out, and I've always picked them up because I use them as a tab in my Christmas planner. So, but even if you do not have the sticker, you can punch a 1-inch picture, like if you have a cute little bear or stocking or Santa or something like that, you can easily come in here and punch this and add this on here. So I'm just going to come in here and just kind of do the same thing. It's basically a really sturdy edge here, and I'm just going to add it as part of here. This is going to be, you know, I don't know what documentation will be on here, but this also just kind of gives it a little bit of fun little texture. And I literally just put in one staple. It kind of went through my little snowman's face, but it kind of gives it some little texture to go along with, you know, kind of the edging being a little funky and adding some different looks to it. So we did this. So the metal tab, I really love that project. And then the other thing, which I see this a lot on a lot of junk journals, because, you know, I watch other videos too because I love to get inspired, but it's using material, and this is endless, woo, endless possibilities. Sorry, it's a little late in the day. It's been kind of a crazy day. So anyway, you can basically just make tabs as many as you want using different kind of fabrics and add those to the side here. So basically you take them as thick as you want, as wide as you want, as thin as you want, and you can just add these to the side. And I'm actually going to put this on this little envelope here because it's just, I just love this little these little pocket envelopes here. So again, you can actually put, where's one of my little, if I wanted to put one of my little, you know, things on here, especially like if I wanted to make one for goodies or receipts or anything like that, memorabilia, if you want to put memorabilia in here, you can also label that. But for now, I'm just going to kind of leave it just like that. If you don't like the staples, you can come in here and add, you know, like how they're kind of exposed and you're like, oh, I need something prettier to add on here. You can come in here and just put your little die cut or some washi, and you just cover that right up, and you never know those little staples were there being exposed. So, of course, I feel like now I need to add some sparkle to that, but I will come back to it. I don't have to do all the things at one time. So, another little cute tab that you can use is a paper clip. So, I have seen a lot of these on I've seen a lot of these also done on my daughter just came in the room and she thinks it's funny. So where you can take your little paper clip and you run kind of like a little and these endless, you guys, endless possibilities. I love that. I'm going to add that just there while I'm filming. Because you can come in here with a piece of material, a piece of cardstock. Where's my little this? So I'm going to use this kind of as a diagram. I'm just going to cut this like so. And when I first saw these, I thought, oh my gosh, I love this idea. So you basically you create like a little flag. So I just cut a piece of cardstock and you kind of just wrap it around. I was trying to loop it around, that's not going to work. And I think you really have to think about what you're doing when you're doing these, because you don't want to make it, look at that wonky cut. Cut it straight. So these are going to go in, so this is going to kind of go in like this, right? So I think I need to add, I wanted to add a charm on here. True confession, this might be my first time I'm doing this, yes, on video. I can't believe it. I was just going to show a charm, but I'd forgotten I wanted to make one of these, and I thought, I'm just going to do it on video right now. So y'all are learning with me as well. Did you see what I do on that? I basically, and these are the quickest, easiest, and I love adding these to my kits because they're fun and you can change them out. And so you just take your little charm, and sometimes the charms don't work very well and you have to add an extra link, but this one, look, it dangles so cute, and you can just clip it on here. You can do just like that. I have that in my planner. I have my pumpkin one. I love that. And this is what I was talking about, where you kind of create a little tag. So I'm going to come in here and then add some adhesive, and this is where the fun begins. So you can come in here and add all sorts of, I may have to not put double candy kings. I love this. I'm going to save it for later because I don't want to be like, where is it? I can't find it. But you can come in here and add different kind of textures. I'm going to put like so like that. You could add, you know, any kind of, let's go ahead and just get that done. So we have that part taken care of. You could add material, you could sew. Let's add another piece of this fun little, I'm going to plaid it, get it all plaid together. You're kind of making just like a little junk tag. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about it when I did that. The gold and silver. Is that like, doesn't look very good. I think, you know what? It's Christmas. And I think it's fine. Y'all, these, oh, true confession on this as well. This was hard for me to part with. These are like my favorite. I bought these off of, I think, eBay or many, many moons ago. And I'm sure there's more of them, but I kind of hoarded them because they weren't even like opened yet. But they're those little, they're where you would lick them and put them on your presents, or you would put them on your card. So see, I am literally just junking this little thing up. Maybe too much. I wanted to add a little bit of washi just to kind of bring it all together. Let's see if I have some gold washi handy. Thought I would. If not, we'll go with that red. Maybe not. I can't seem to like make it find a place where I really like it. So we'll leave it out for now. No worries. We can always come back in, add more, change the charm. Say for instance, you're like, oh no, I can't go for that. I need a gold charm. We can change the gold charm. We can add a little cute, let's do that. Let's see how this looks. These are those cute little ball. I'll tell you what, I made these up for a kit back in May, and some of them didn't turn out so well. So when I order stuff for kit, let me see, is it going to fit in there? I don't think, maybe it's not going to work. Ah, there it goes. Maybe. Then when I turn the corner. Okay, that's not going to work. But these little balls are tricky to make. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. But, we'll just put this little bell back on there. See, y'all are experimenting with me. What can I say? Okay. Okay. So, we're just going to go with that. If we want to change it up later, we can. Do you see the endless possibilities with these? You can put stickers. You can put cute little Santa faces. Anything. Endless possibilities with these little bookmark. I use mine as a bookmark in my planner, but these can be definitely used as a tab or a bookmark. So let's see. So I think that's everything I kind of wanted to show you right now with the tabs. And the fun part is you can add, I want to definitely come in here and add some more, you know, just to doll it up and make it chunky. And so so that's kind of how to do the tabs. There's some ideas. Again, look online, look on eBay, gosh. Look on YouTube, endless possibilities. So I wanted to show you real quick a few of the pockets that I like to do. And one, I started using these, I mentioned her YouTube channel is Johanna. I mentioned her on last time that I could use her paper doilies. You can go cut them out. If you have paper doilies, definitely scan them in. Look how beautiful that is. And you get the texture feel without the bulk of the actual material. So say for instance you want to come in here and add a pocket for, see, how would this look on here? Pretty. Say for instance I want to put, and then I'm going to have like a little, you know, anything that comes up. Say you get a card even, you could stick your card in there. You could stick a story, you could stick photos. So these little pockets are fun. I actually like to use a little bit stronger glue than this, but we're going to give this one a roll. I usually use a little bit heavier, not even really glue, it's a heavier tape adhesive. It's almost like a thicker, just because I don't want it to tear in the end. And that's it, you guys. I mean, how simple is that? You could take a journaling card, even, and make a pocket out of it. These are all kind of the bigger ones. But say, for instance, if you wanted to take this guy and put him over here and make him into a pocket. So those are like endless possibilities on making them into a pocket. The other thing that I like to do is, say for instance, you have a, I love this. This is a vintage card I picked up, I believe in Warrington this last time. I'm going to add this little guy in here just so I'm like, look, it's a pocket. So when I'm putting things together. But oh my goodness, look how beautiful that paper is. I wonder if I could flip it around. Actually, we're going to use this side. I just thought that would look so pretty, and it goes with the theme of this journal. So I'm going to actually come in here. I'm feeling the heaviness of the actual paper because it is vintage and older, so I don't want to, I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, it's been around for so long, why would you cut it? But this way I'm getting a chance to use it and make it pretty. So I love this because I don't want it to be hidden, but then at the same time the paper's not as thick. So I think I'm going to come in here and just glue this together to make it a little bit stronger hold. And then that way it's a little bit sturdier. So what I'm doing here is, say for instance you have an event that's a little bit too big, but I'm thinking like pictures. I wish I had my little pictures with me, but it's okay. So basically what I'm thinking is, if you had an event, you're creating a pocket to kind of put this in here, just like that, and then you can remove it. I just noticed I kind of stuck that in there and it's going to open. So we're going to add a little bit of washi along this edge here so that it can be secure and not get paper stuck in there. And yes, I know it's floral washi, but anything goes, you guys. In junk journaling, that's the joy of it. And I love, my book is based, it's kind of like the Nutcracker, which is all the magical things. So I think this is fun, adding a little bit of floral. However, got so hung up on the pretty sparkle flowers of the paper. Get well wishes. Unless I'm telling Santa to get well, I don't want to use that. So I'm going to adhere this to the side. Again, I'm kind of wanting to use a little thicker, even though this feels good. Let's see, then we can come in here and add this. Again, I'm going to leave that in there like that, so I remember when I'm putting my book together that this could have probably made it, maybe I'll trim that just a tad. It kind of floppies a little bit and I'm not real crazy about that. Just going to thin it out just a little here. Now it's wonky, but you know, I like wonky. Okay, let me get in here and see what we have to cover up this. But see, that's one of the things is with this color thing, I don't want it to be too it has to be the right colors to me. Still, you don't want to put, oh, looky there, that's perfect fit and it looks good. Not too over the top, because it's very feminine and dainty, and I don't want to put like This is cute, but it just, to me, that just doesn't go. This one, even though it's still using some primary colors in here, it works. Especially with the floral, it kind of brings it together. And then I could come in here and add, you know, my own little floral. But I don't have my glue gun going today, so that's another day. Okay, so that's one pocket. One more pocket I want to show you how to do is a actual pocket that goes, oh look, here's all my die cuts I was just looking for. Move those over here. You know what, I just had a thought because I wanted to show you guys. I'm going to do it anyway. We'll come back. There's one other tag that I actually use all the time, but I'm going to cut, since I wasn't, I'll come back to it. But this is basically a 12 by 12 sheet that I cut in half. And so I kind of measured it out. We'll just add it right in here. I kind of measured it to fit these pages. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up and I'm going to make a half pocket. And I know you guys have probably seen this, and this is one of the easiest, quickest, funnest, most usable pocket. What I like about this, you can add menus, you know, you can put in your Christmas card, you can put in a special card that was given to you. You could add your receipts. You could add multiple pictures. These are one of my most favorite type of pocket that I use. Besides the actual, these I use all the time too. This is another favorite. So I'm going to come in here and add adhesive down the pocket side of it. And probably more than likely I will come in here and add a few more to this actual journal. Very quick. Oops, let me add my book page back in there. Very quick, very easy. It literally, it's basically cutting that book page in half for this particular journal, and you have it in there. And what I like to do, sometimes I even like to add little things here. I'm not stitching. Stitching's a great way to keep that. Glue. I may come in here and do some washi because this isn't like my most favorite glue stick, but I didn't bring the other one that I have. But it works. I can come in here and reinforce it with some washi. In fact, I'll go ahead and just do it with this one since I have it sitting here. Like that. I'm just going to fold it over. Okay. And you can actually take this back out and reinforce the other side as well. So there you have it. I'm going to add my little snowman in there. Let me actually add Santa. Perfect. So, or you know what, since I'm kind of not doing that theme here, let me just put this in there. You can even hold these as like a placement holder. Yeah, I love these pockets. Okay, so one other tag I wanted to show you, one other little little tab idea that I love, and I use it all the time in my regular journals and everything, is using a tag. So let me find, and the reason I'm using, you can definitely use white paper, but I'm saving my white paper in my journal for actual adding photos and documentation and things like that. So I kind of look at my cardstock as not only being type of a divider, but it also is my, it's more or less that where I add all my embellishments. You don't have to particularly Uh-oh, I think I've used all mine. Oopsies. Okay, well, we'll just add it onto the back of the pocket one of this one. So, I get a tag. I love to decorate these up. I'm not going to spend a lot of time decorating this up right now because I'm gonna basically, my whole point of this video today is to show you how to make tags. So I personally love this twine, and it also is included in your little kit. So I'm going to use some green, and I just basically pull off, I don't know, maybe a couple of feet of it like that. And you see, and if you'll see this a lot in the journals that I create, because I love to put these in there. And I just basically just fold, fold, fold like that. And my little folding's coming unfolded. Now I know you can run it through here, but I have a tendency to make a bigger mess when I do that. So I just come in here with my stapler and I give it maybe 3 staples. And there you have it. Sometimes I leave it like this because I love that. This is, like I said, I love the twine. A little messier than what I typically have, but that's where your little embellishments come in and make it cute. So I could do a hot glue gun there. You could add your little star. So there's lots of things you can do with that one. I'm going to just clip this in because I don't know where I want to put this. So I'm just going to clip it in for now. And that way I have it. I will be covering up that because it's not exactly pretty to me. And so, I mean, you could even come in here with one of your little tags. Anything to kind of cover that up. So that's the plan on this one. But this is like one of my ultimate favorite tags, tabby type things to make. So look how junky it's getting. I'm loving it. It's coming together quite fun. So there you have it. This is part of the session 2. I wanted to share my calendar, make some tabs, and then also show you a couple ideas for making pockets. So thanks for watching, you guys, and I will see you on my next video.